holy freaking crap. They showed 40 minutes of Deadpool and Wolverine to people. 40 minutes of the movie has been seen out there by the public, and we got to talk about it in this video. Now, look, we don't have the full description of every single thing that was shown, but we do have a lot. A lot of people have come forward to talk about what they saw. And so in this video, we're going to break down everything that people are talking about. Plus, we can give it some more context just because of all the other rumors and things that are out there, like leaks and stuff. So I should say slight spoiler warning. And yeah, there are going to be some spoilers in here. However, if you're like me and you've been following along with the leaks and the rumors and figuring out what cameos and whatnot are in the movie, I don't think there's anything too spoilery here. There's not anything too new other than maybe the Hulk stuff, which was already talked about yesterday a lot. And also, I think Marvel and Ryan Reynolds and everybody involved in the promotion of this movie, I think they know that by showing this footage, a bunch of people like you and me, we're going to do this. We were going to talk about it. We were going to explore it, talk about the other rumors, see if we can figure out what was shown in those 40 minutes. And again, it's only 40 minutes of a 2-hour movie. I think 2 hours and 7 minutes is the latest runtime for the film. So what I'm saying is, like, yes, we're going to get into some spoilers here. It's not too crazy, and there's still a ton of surprises left in this movie. Okay, so here's the descriptions coming out of Shanghai, where apparently this 30 to 40 minutes of Deadpool and Wolverine was shown. I'm looking at Austin Mandiros's tweet here, but there's a lot of other people talking about this, like Cosmic Marvel, I think, was one of the big accounts that first put together this aggregate. But let's go over it. It says here, overall, very violent and funny, great action sequences, great score, and some very emotional scenes. None of this is too surprising, although I think a lot of the trailers we've seen actually have the violence toned down. I think there's like way more blood. Like, look at this shot that Cryptic HD put out. Like, look at this right here. This is in the trailer, but oh my God, is it way bloodier than what we saw in the trailer. And frankly, a lot of the accounts that were speaking out about this, we're talking about the emotionality of this movie. Yes, it's going to be filled with cameos. Yes, it's going to be filled with superhero violence and a lot of fun action, but it has an emotional core, which I think is really going to be the driving force of why fans will love this film. Next up, someone says, has a very violent connection to the end of the Logan film. And I'm going back to this image for a second because I actually believe this is the exact scene that that person is referencing, because this might be the forest where we see Logan meet his end and get buried by X-23 at the end of the Logan movie. And although we're not 100% sure what the context is here, we do know that Daphne Keane as X-23 is going to be in this movie, and she comes from the Logan universe. Now, it is possible that at the beginning of the film, the TVA is sending Wade out to find a Wolverine variant, to go find somebody to recruit back to the TVA. Maybe that's where the patch scene comes in. Maybe that's where this scene comes in. And this is Deadpool going to the Logan movie and perhaps even making jokes about how they can't mess with the ending of Logan. Feige said that was off limits. They don't want to disrespect the legacy of Hugh. And the TVA will come there to maybe stop Logan from interfering in that. And it's going to get very violent. Next up, somebody says many variants of Logan appear, including a zombie version. Now, this is really cool, and it's something that fans have known about. Like, there's going to be a lot of variants of Wolverine. We've seen Patch in the trailer. There's rumors of a Henry Cavill variant of Wolverine, and I think there's going to be a lot of variants that are Hugh Jackman himself. I think we might get the brown and yellow costume from comics on Hugh Jackman. We might get the black all leather from the old X-Men comics movies. The old X-Men movies. There's even rumor of a Deadpool variant that's a Wolverine variant. Deadpoolrine or Wienerpool? Wolverine pool. I think that's what it's going to be. And it's going to be a version that is the same. They're both the same. Deadpool and Wolverine. Anyway, super cool that that's what's going on in this movie. And they made it a point to tell fans that it's not a Deadpool 3 movie. This is Deadpool and Wolverine. So fans should expect a lot of fan service for the Wolverine character in general. Ton of different variants. Zombie Wolverine as well. So like Wade might be just hopping around the multiverse before he finds this version of Wolverine that he ends up becoming best friends with. Also, we've seen a lot of Deadpool variants in the void, like the Samurai Deadpool, which we can't show you an image of because it's copywritten. Dogpool, Ladypool, who's also revealed in the cameos in this 40 minutes. Kidpool and others. So maybe there are other variants of Wolverine that are also going to be on the Void. Next up, somebody says many jokes about Fox and Disney, and I think that's to be expected. You also have somebody saying many cameos. Somebody else said, seems like the scenes we saw in the trailers are all in the first 40 minutes. And then somebody also says it felt like a combination of the feeling of Avengers Endgame and the nonsense of Deadpool. Okay, let's stop there. A lot of crazy cameos. There were even people online talking about how you see Lady Deadpool. They don't reveal who she is, but she sounds like Blake Lively, so that's probably confirmed. I love the idea of this feeling like Avengers Endgame, but with the nonsense of Deadpool. I think you might get a lot of nostalgia via the TVA and Wade's initial mission with the TVA as he's going throughout the multiverse to try to find a Wolverine. So that's, I think, where this whole concept of Endgame comes in, because we're getting that nostalgia, time heist, multiversal fun. And I also love the idea that all of the footage we've seen in the trailers and the TV spots, it all comes from this 40 minutes. Like, this is all very intentionally done by Marvel Studios, by Kevin Feige, by Ryan Reynolds. They have shown us just a small glimpse into what this movie is actually going to be. And again, there's still so many surprises to come. Now, we did get it confirmed that Hulk, Mark Ruffalo's Hulk, is also going to be in this movie. Now, what I can't figure out is if this is stuff that's shot for this film or if they're using archival footage of the Hulk and teaming him up against Logan. Now, from what I understand, this will be a Hugh Jackman variant of Wolverine, and it's probably going to come by way of a story or a flashback, but I don't think you're actually going to see the fight. Now, what I expect is that Deadpool himself will comment on this and even maybe tell everybody like, oh man, the fans are going to be mad you didn't show them that whole fight, and the characters will be confused and be like, what are you even talking about? But that's kind of the way I see that going down. So I don't know. It's cool that Hulk's in the film. I'm curious as to whether or not it's just footage from the old movies where they digitally put Deadpool in, because that appears to be what they've done with Loki in the footage for Thor. So it could be something like that. Either way, this is really fun. This is fun stuff that I think fans are going to be excited about, and that's very similar to the Avengers Endgame thing. So this stuff all sounds freaking incredible, and I think even more might come out in the day, maybe in the next couple of days, so keep a lookout for that. We'll talk about it on live streams. We'll talk about it in videos here. And I also want to say, there was a rumor that's circulating yesterday about Tobey Maguire. Somebody photoshopped onto him wearing a white t-shirt this Ultimate Alliance shirt, and that is crazy. And there are rumors that this Avengers that Deadpool assembles, the Anarchy Avengers, that group is actually going to be called the Ultimate Alliance, and that might actually be the Multiversal Avengers as well. And all of that stuff's really cool. The problem is that shirt leak is fake, and that isn't what Tobey was wearing when he took that photo. I still think there's a chance that Tobey Maguire is actually in the post-credit scene here, but there's really nothing out there that's confirming that for now. Let me know, like, what do you think about this craziness? Are you even more excited for Deadpool and Wolverine? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And as I always say, I hope you are having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video.